I'll be honest, as much as it would be
We're
annoying.
live.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Because fuck Jim.
Yeah. That is the slogan of this channel now, from what I've been told. Anyway, we are here for the second of our E3 videos for this year, and this one is going to be the Sony conference for PlayStation.
Woo!
Say right
With
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Challenge everything. Oh wait, that's a different one.
No. With Chris the Mole and Richter Hammer are here, obviously.
I'm
Where's
one of those
Richter?
people.
Yes.
I'm the other one, which makes me. Hang on. Chris.
Howdy, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
So anyway, yeah, the PlayStation conference.
Or I believe sign language, based on the person I know at my work that can't speak. I believe that is sign language for Chris, because I get that constantly. So I think that's Chris. I can't validate this. I'm just guessing. But it's probably because they don't like it if you like glue extra sesame seed, bun sticker seeds onto all the buttons on a lift just to fuck with them. Powney, that's not cool.
Oh.
They also don't like if you unhook their dog and replace it with a stuffed toy that doesn't move. No, I'm kidding. But PlayStation.
Yeah, I noticed it was an interesting thing about this conference is that in terms of the games that they showed off, there seemed to be a very consistent tone, and then Kingdom Hearts. Because it was like dark and violent, dark and violent, dark and violent, dark and violent. Kingdom Hearts, dark and violent, dark and violent.
That's not true. They also showed bright, colourful VR games.
They did for like 5 seconds.
It still counts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very entertaining comments. I like that they had some things going on that basically kind of made you feel like you were in the game, like when they opened up with that special drummer to lead into the Last of Us 2 trailer, or when they had the guy with that special Japanese flute leading into the Samurai game. I thought that was very cool that they did that.
Yep. And I'll go with the first thing. The thing which I didn't like, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned in the last conference a bit. Last of Us 2. I didn't like 20 minutes or however fucking long that trailer was to get to one kiss between the two women. And it's fine having a kiss between the two women, but this exists only for the reason to make people go, oh, with the build-up and how focused they did it, to make people go, oh, look how progressive they are, or boo, we don't want this in the game. Either way they talk about it, that's just exploiting them. Fuck off, don't exploit those people, do it properly. If you can't do it properly, fuck off. At least that's my opinion on that.
That's fair. Well, there was a lot of focus on it. I did feel that it did a good job in the fact that they juxtaposed the idea of the soft side of Ellie and the fact that she's, given what she's gone through, I'm sure it's hard for her to. I have not played the first Last of Us.
Yeah, well, I'll just tell you, they already expressed all this in the DLC for the last one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just think it was the idea to show, okay, now here's her with the softer side, but then showing her that ravenous, vicious side is inside of her, which I don't know if, with how vicious the gameplay part of that was, I don't know if her playable form was that way in the first game, but
in the first game you could do some of that stuff, but it's unrealistic as fuck to have a child overpower an adult and keep slashing their throats. I don't like that, and then at the same time arrogantly talk about how realistic you are. I don't like that.
That's fair.
What did Richter think of the trailer and stuff?
Yeah, what do you think, Rick?
I don't know. It was, yeah, I could see some of the complaints about it and some of the other stuff, but I don't know. I just wasn't super interested in it. Like, I had a feeling, I was like, oh, it's going to build up to them kissing or something, isn't it? And I was just like, why are, like, it's like, a lot of times when they do these scenes in video games, they've gotten like way creepier. Like I think about like the BioWare ones and how when you're playing them, you're like, this is okay. And after a while, they try to get more realistic, and you're like, this is just feels weird. Like it doesn't feel realistic. It feels like kind of I hate to use the word cringy, but you're just like, oh, just kiss and move on to something else. This is too awkward for me.
Yeah, and
like it's not pulled off well. It feels.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't mind scenes like that. Just don't focus on it for the trailer. The trailer should have been a little bit of that, and then all the gameplay stuff would have been better. Focusing on just a kiss for that is stupid as fuck. It makes no sense.
No, I mean, yes, it was obviously milking for reaction, but at the same time, I thought that for a milk for reaction, it was well done. I thought, like I said, they did that good juxtaposition. I thought they built up for, again, as someone who is not familiar with the first game at all, I thought it really built up her character and kind of the idea, especially with the audience there, they had the lights hanging, they were in the tent, it looked like they were there. So it really made them feel like they were Ellie kind of experiencing this situation where obviously she wasn't totally prepared for this kiss. It was kind of a new thing with this, and then she was really, I'd like kind of making you feel a little off kilter, like the character who's trying to do this but still has that vicious kill side and trying to balance those two. I thought it worked well for that.
Like I said, in the DLC for the first one, they already established she was gay, which is fine. They did it a lot more subtly, and they did all the other stuff, which is fine. It was just the exploiting part I don't like. Because once you start exploiting them, I'm like, I don't care if it's good or not. If you start exploiting them, I'm not going to be fucking giving you money.
That's fair. Yeah, like that.
Who wants to go next?
I could.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Let me see here on my sheet. Okay, I'm gonna start with my big one. That Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh, that looks so good. I think that's my favorite Resident Evil. So when they started showing that, I'm like, I'll play this. This looks pretty cool.
That does look cool. I love the idea that they've put the modern behind the shoulder cam.
Yeah.
And cleaned it all up, and it looks like they've taken this a lot more seriously than the first one, which was a Resident Evil HD remake of a remake, where to make it look fit for PS4, they just cut off the screen and were like, yeah, done. This one, maybe we should put in effort. Maybe they want effort. Do you ever think about that? And that person, someone at Capcom's like, oh my God. And they're like, what? Effort? And they're like, yeah. Oh my God, you might be onto something. We should try this. Who knows where this could go? It might lead to a better thing than what we had with Marvel v. Capcom Infinite.
Wait, look at all this positive hype. Effort, huh?
What a foreign concept.
Yes, effort. We will put in effort. I like this. And the guy who did the Monster Hunter World's like, well, yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
That's such a good game. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does.
It does look like a nice little hybrid between the two. Between like modern and classic, modern way of doing the old one. I mean, not like a
supposedly it has
actual hybrid
options, which I think is kind of neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Behind the back and the top. And they reworked some stuff, so it's not all in the same place. Which, even if it was, I don't think I'd remember because I played that game, years ago. I don't think I'd remember where, the club key's in this drawer. I'll be like, it's in some. Oh, here it is. Okay.
If you played on PS1, chances are you have the strategy guide.
I do. It's the best strategy guide I think ever made because it was so damn funny.
Nice.
They had a little section making fun that Leon has pit hair.
I think I still own that strategy guide. Like on the PS1, I owned the strategy guide to Resident Evil 2 and 3, just because I needed to fold out the fucking maps to figure out where the fuck to go and work it out. I was like, oh, okay, I need to plan my route this time.
Oh, I wonder if the gun shop owner is going to be still as condescending to Claire. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but when you're Leon, he's like, oh, hey, oh, yeah, here's the gun and stuff. When you're Claire, he's like, oh, sorry, babe. It's just like, whoa. This guy's a scumbag. I don't feel bad that he dies.
Speaking of people we won't feel sorry when they die, what's yours, Jim?
Just real quick.
I feel bad that was set up and I didn't intend to.
All right, just to check how many are we each doing? Was there a limit? I just want to check real quick.
We're just going through until it's fun.
Okay, just wanted to check. All right,
go through until it's fun. I have the list of all of it. And I just go through each of the stuff I'm interested in.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, I'll start off with I really like the fact that they showed the both gameplay and non-gameplay more footage from the Spider-Man game, and that they showed off that the Sinister Six are in the game. I thought that was really cool. I still don't know much about this Mr. Negative dude. I guess he's a newer villain, but all the others look really good. I think they did a good job with Electro. They had Rhino look pretty.
Created after New Day.
Okay.
New Day? Oh, different New Day.
No, and then they
terrible and shouldn't happen.
Yeah. But they
in the comics.
Yeah, I thought Electro looked really good. Rhino was pretty standard. Vulture looked good. I like the fact they have Scorpion in there because Scorpion does not get enough recognition as a Spider-Man villain. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I feel like he doesn't get used enough.
He was literally in the last Spider-Man game.
Which one was that?
When they did the Amazing Spider-Man games.
Oh, I didn't actually play those. Fair enough.
Yeah, he was in them as a hybrid of someone with Scorpion DNA and turns like the Lizard did into a Scorpion that way.
Oh, I should play those. We have those in the library. Anyway. Oh, they're not. Okay.
No. They're okay, but they're nothing to write home. Like, playing them was really fun, but there's other games for you to play. Like, they're not that important to play for.
Right, I got you.
Or they are coolly set after the first film. Because it's set after the first film, so it's an entirely new story. So, you know, like Amazing Spider-Man 1 happened, and this. It's designed to fill the gap between 1 and 2.
Okay.
Then 2 happens, and they never mention it again. Anything for this. In fact, some of the stuff in 2 goes against the game. So yeah, fuck off then.
What about the 2 game? Did that take place after the 2 movie, I assume?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You play as Gwen.
You don't play as Gwen.
You don't play as Gwen.
But yeah, I thought that looked really good. I did like the fact they teased whoever the 6th person was, who was obviously the leader, but didn't show. They're like, okay, good. You didn't give everything away. That's good. But if
that's who's going to be on the bottom of the statue, isn't it?
Yes. But I thought they all the showed off really well, and I liked how Spider-Man could do so much more than he could in the past. I mean, like, he's jumping off of debris and weapons. Like, he seemed to have so many more combat options than he has had in a lot of past games. I think they really built out all the many different things that he could, all the different things he could do, all that, especially playing on the agility, be able to jump this and that in midair and move over here. They really used his agility for platforming and movement abilities, which looked really good, and a lot of unique web stuff that he could do. So I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that looks really good. I will admit, I've got mine pre-ordered.
I will pre-order that. I have not done it yet.
I pre-ordered it to get the costumes, which is cool. And I'm like, yes, I get to see the costumes. And like, Punk, Spider-Man. I'm like,
did they reveal the 3rd costume yet?
They might have. I haven't seen it yet. But they showed like, okay, you get the one from Infinity War. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That one actually looks good. Fair enough. When they showed the Punk one, I'm like, it's the same thing as UFC. Punk doesn't belong anywhere near it. Huh?
Accurate.
I got that reference.
You did. Did you watch his fight, Rick?
No.
Fucking terrible. He didn't. He said, "Oh, I was trained for this," and didn't block a single punch. And the guy, bear in mind, Punk's there, so the guy's like, and the guy's on top of him. He's looking away from Punk and going, like he's just mocking him.
Like he's wind-up punches.
Yeah, like the only reason Punk survived the limit is because the guy allowed him to.
which from what I heard, pissed Dana White the hell off. Because like, dude, it was supposed to be a squash match. Why did you drag it out and embarrass him and me?
Because he did it. Because he said the whole time, Punk doesn't belong in UFC. Punk shouldn't be on the card. It's
neither was Mike Jackson now. Neither was Mike Jackson now because Dana White fired him for that.
To be fair, Mike Jackson didn't belong on the card at UFC. No one would have argued that. But I'm so happy that Punk managed to get himself onto a pay-per-view card. he had no right being in, and took the spot of a younger, healthier, better talent and used his connections to do so. And isn't it all something he bitched at when The Rock did it?
I thought you were going to say Hogan.
No, like when The Rock was like, oh, when Dwayne gets the main
in a fight he
event,
wasn't scheduled to appear in.
yeah, when it was like Dwayne gets to appear at WrestleMania, and he's like, "Fuck you!" He's taking one of our spots. He does it at UFC. It's cool. I'm making him money. Oh yeah, that's right. The Rock was losing money, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah,
The Spider-Man game looks really cool.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to try out the game. I'm excited to try out the game mechanics for that to see how, all the different agility and the web movement and stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It does.
Yep, I know Miles appears in it.
That's cool.
They showed that. I don't know if he'll actually be playable or not. I'm not sure. I know in the Miles movie you do get to play as Spider-Gwen. If Miles is playable in this, and I don't like Miles, I do want to play as Spider-Gwen because I like her. I'd like to play as Spider-Gwen.
That would be cool. I agree. Spider-Gwen would be good.
My one I'm going to go with might surprise a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
Death Standing.
I don't know much about that universe, but that game looked beautiful.
No one knows a lot about that universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anyone that watched it has no idea.
Fair enough.
It looked cool. It looked weird enough. I'm like, I want to see where this goes. It's done by the guy who did Metal Gear Solid, which I'm not a big Metal Gear Solid fan. But when I see it, I'm like, boom, it's slicing through people onto one of the little bits. So what they showed with the samurai stuff. And then you see the woman eating. She's like, and it looks like that scene exists only to show off how good the motion was on the mouth. And I'm like,
yeah,
it looks really fucking good. And I want to see that, if that makes sense. Like, it looks really cool. I don't know what it's about, but it looks interesting as fuck. It's like a cool little sci-fi hybrid thing.
Yeah, I am kind of wondering, and correct me if I'm getting the trailer wrong, but I'm kind of wondering why there's a dude carrying a fetus and that's going to be powering him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Because it's made by someone from Japan, I assume.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
They do weird stuff.
That's true.
But to be fair, sometimes it really fucking works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. It just depends on the thing in question.
Fair enough.
At least I liked how that looked, and I was like, oh, that looked really cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to learn more about that. It did look like a very interesting game. What did you think, Rick?
I have no interest in it.
Fair. But it's weird Japanese shit.
I know, but it's overhyped weird Japanese shit.
Ah, okay.
Once it's super popular, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Fair enough.
I think Kojima's little overhyped.
Oh no,
that's the most I can get away with without people threatening me. Probably not here, but just in general, because people think he's like a genius, and it's like, no, he just does weird stuff, and you think he's artsy.
Yeah,
no, I completely
agree. Really is overhyped.
Yeah.
It's like, but didn't you play Metal Gear Solid? I did. That's how I know. Oh, he cut off this guy's arm and then sewed it to himself, and now he's both people. That's not how any of that works, but okay.
Let me just ask you, are you a doctor?
I am.
You're not, so shut the fuck up. That's exactly how that works. No, I'm kidding. That's not how that works.
No. I'm sure Rick's holding out and getting hyped for that new anime fighting game.
How about Jump Force? We talked about that last video.
Well,
that's what I figured it did. I just mentioned it briefly.
And I will also make the case, it's not anime fighting, it's manga fighting, because that's why it's got jump.
Okay, fair enough. Manga fighting. My apologies.
Boom! You just got schooled.
I did. It's true. And so I don't know Japanese culture, so I'm not entirely surprised that I got schooled on that.
Think of it like this. Think of what would you do in this situation. Think of the opposite of that, and that's Japanese culture.
Okay.
Like, oh, I'm going to sit on this chair. Not the chair will sit on me. No, in Japan, you will put the chair on your head because fuck it. Why not? And that's how this works.
Okay, fair enough.
It's possible to know how that works. No, what's Richter's next one?
My next one would be the Ghost of Tsushima that they showed, that lengthy part 4. Because they mentioned that I don't know, a while ago, it was they announced that they were making it, and it was like that was all they had was like the logo and the title. So it's kind of cool to see some of it, and it very much reminded me of Assassin's Creed. And
Thank you for that.
and it kind of looks like it looks like the one that they teased at the end of the first one that a lot of people wanted that they never gave us. Where it's like, oh look, there's this interesting stuff in. I know it's not China there, but it's like, oh, there's this stuff in China. It's like, oh, Assassin's Creed in China, that'll be cool. And it's like, yeah, we're not ever gonna do that. We're gonna go to the Roman time. No, what? No, nobody. Oh,
Assassin's Creed China. It's the Xbox Live Gold. This game. This month.
But that's like that one's like
that's a tied 2D side-scrolling shit.
Yeah, it's like the Way the Ninja. Or
I have that. Yeah. I bought that on PlayStation. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a side-scroller like Streets of Rage, Assassin's Creed. Oh, I bought. I'm like, this is fucking shit. What the hell have I bought?
Kind of like Tenchu 2, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I was literally talking about Tenchi the other day with Simon. I love that game.
That was cool.
Where you got to go and like web sling up to the reef, and I was like, called that, but fuck it, web sling up to the reef.
Yeah, the grappling hook. You could like leave poison food on the ground, and the guard would walk by, and he's like, "Oh, somebody left a bun here. I'm just gonna eat it."
Yeah. Like, I kept saying I wanted Shinobi remade with the Tenchi engine, but improved for PS4, and I would just die happy. I'd be like, "Oh, this is the best thing." Nice. Ghosts of Tsumi or Shasumi, however you pronounce it, it looks fucking awesome. I wanted that game. The thing that put me off was people kept mentioning Witcher. I'm like, oh, it's like Witcher. It's like Witcher. Like, oh no, I hated Witcher 3.
It gave that impression in the beginning, but I'm not sure how much it is actually like it.
That's why when I look now, like Richter said, it's more like Assassin's Creed and other games. Like seeing the elements that are more like the other stuff that's not Witcher makes me interested. And there's a lot of people like Witcher, and that's fine. I just hated Witcher 3. I was like
the beginning of that trailer kind of looked like Witcher, and then when he was doing like the combat, I was like, oh, this looks kind of Dark Soulsy. And then when he's like up above, I'm like, oh, this looks kind of Assassin's Creedy. This might be good, it might not, but I was at least interested in seeing more because it looked pretty cool. But I'm hoping it pans out.
Yeah, I was over.
The graphics look awesome.
It does. The graphics look awesome, and it was a really beautiful trailer, and I like the fighting mechanics, but. Mother of the one that ended that trailer just like, no, curse your son, but inevitable betrayal.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's, I don't know, it probably will be in the game, but yeah, it was just like, oh no, you betrayed him. I was like, yeah. It's like, well, I'll spare you. Come on, let's go. And I'm like, really? Wow, you're a very nice person that's murdering people.
Well, I need your help. That's our true enemy over there. We must go fight them.
Yeah.
Still very cool, and I like that. Especially like assuming that the female characters also play, but I like that you had the option of either the swords or the bow. Like there was weapon options. That was cool.
Yep.
Speaking of bows, flashback for 1 second. By the way, I would just mention real quick. Part of that Ellie combat from Last of Us 2 was clearly ripped straight the fuck out of Tomb Raider. Just saying.
I believe, didn't The Last of Us 1 do it first?
Did they? I don't know. I haven't played that game.
Did they have a bow and arrow? I don't remember that.
I believe they did in at least part of it. They had like a little bit.
I just remember throwing bottles to distract mushroom zombies and stabbing them with like bottles or something.
Yeah. That's what I like in the trailer new one. She took a bottle and she lit it on fire, and then it blew up everybody.
Everyone.
But anyway, moving back along. What do I want to mention next?
Isn't there like only one other thing?
Yeah, I guess not counting like the VR shit, but I guess I'll just mention the other thing. Of course, I was most excited for the Kingdom Hearts. That is my bread and butter for this E3 I was hoping for, and I got not one but 2 trailers out of it, so that was awesome.
You got 3.
You got every trailer for it.
Was there 3?
Yeah, there was one at the Square Enix one, I think.
Oh shit, I didn't see that one. I have to go check that out.
It's okay. But yeah, like we did in the last one. Stop showing this game. It's no. I got sick of it by the end of this game. Like before E3, I was kind of excited when I got to play the 2.8 only part of the game that's good, where you're playing as Aqua. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. When I'm like, okay, maybe I want to play 3. And then I see it all the time, like they're bashing me over the head with it. I'm like, when you do that, I just don't want to see it anymore. At this point, it's Roman Reigns. It's like, stop forcing this on me. With its limited options and confusing storylines that make no sense.
It's Roman Reigns, but it has to have the buildup of Emelina, because they've announced this game and it's so long.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Kingdom Hearts next year. Kingdom Hearts will debut next year.
Yep. Although, like I said, like the storylines are as confusing as a Roman Reigns storyline. Like where he's coming out and goes, "Boo! I'm against Brock because he's Vince's boy, unlike me." You're overhyped. What? What? Boo! And Cena's like, "Yeah, to Roman Reigns, I don't like you because you're a corporate tool that just mimics what the corporation wants you to say." What? That's literally been you for 15 years. What's going on here? No. At this point, I'm expecting at this point, I'm expecting Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. Undertaker say, "I don't like you, Reigns, because you come out here pretending to be a dead man." No one would do that. And I'm just like, okay, we're officially fucking done at this point. You're making no sense with your storyline.
I ain't no corporate shill, believe that.
Yeah. Just like with the Kingdom Hearts, with the storyline, it's a case of the actual Kingdom Hearts story, in my opinion, they fucked up the best part of their game. As me and Simon were talking about, like, when you play Kingdom Hearts 1, it was, you get to go to all these Disney worlds, and it's about the Disney characters. And a couple of Final Fantasy characters are thrown in there too, but they should have been focused on maybe more with some of the hype videos, but
yeah,
it's about that. When you get to the second one, it's like, no, it's actually about secret organizations that are flat out rip-offs of Bleach. And you're like, oh, what? Why? Because that's what people bought this for. The story about all these original characters. No, we bought it for fucking Mickey Mouse. Not Sora redone again because you're too lazy to do another character. Yeah. But now he's dressed like a Soul Reaver. Because why?
I admit, I always just giggle whenever they show some people, because all I just think of the Honest trailer.
Yes.
Ansem.
That is one of the best
Ansem. It's Heartless, who's also named Ansem.
Yes, that is an amazing Honest trailer.
Yeah.
But I will say I did enjoy it. I was not expecting another trailer because I didn't see the I knew the Frozen trailer had been at the Xbox conference. I was not aware that Squeenix had a trailer. Maybe it was just one for the Xbox conference, I don't know. But then all of a sudden the words came up in the middle of the PlayStation conference. I'm like, oh, are they showing the trailer again? And then it was like Sora in the pirate suit. I'm like, oh shit, Port Royal. And then they showed that looks so good. And I'm like, they added some new shit, like Ratatouille thing. I'm like, whoa, that's new. And then just like it was just like so good and awesome. And I'm gonna be honest, as much as I don't fucking need it, part of me wants to buy that fucking Pro with all the games on it. I probably won't, but there's a part of me that's like,
I know I'm interested in all the games.
Yeah, but not on that. I mean, I own like PS3 of the old 1.1 and 2 point, and then I own I have 2.8 on 4, but that's the only thing I have on 4, so that would give me everything on 4, so I only end up with a duplicate of 2.8.
I'm actually kind of shocked by that.
Why?
I had 1 point whatever the fuck it was on 3, 2 point whatever the fuck on 3, and then on 4 I bought both together on 4, and I did it on, and I got the 2.8 because I got the one on 4 because it had, apparently it was going to have extra DLCs that come in later, which adds more story, and I'm like, oh fuck's sake, I have to know all this before I can play 3. Okay, what's the extra story? They eat a lollipop. Fuck you!
Yep.
That's what this boils down to.
Yeah, I never bought that PS4 one. I rented that for longer, but I never actually bought that one. So part of me did, depending on what they're charging for it, I'm given the fact that it is a Pro, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna look at it and see what the deal is with it then. But yeah, overall, I'm very very hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3. Even though they pushed it back a little bit to January, I'm okay with that. I'd rather take an extra month and make sure it's ready to go than rush it out. And I'm very very excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been waiting literally like 15 years for this.
Yeah, but just how long it's been in development.
Pretty much.
And how long they've been teasing it's coming next year.
And yet it still does not beat the record held by Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember someone
It's probably
tweeted
close to it at this point.
someone tweeted out a picture that they're like, "Oh, I first got the pre-reserve for it almost 4 years to the day when it came out," and I was thinking, Duke Nukem was like 10, buddy.
Yeah,
4 is not gonna cut it.
No. On the plus side, I am going to Connecticut next month in July, and apparently Duke Nukem's voice actor is going to be there. So maybe I'll go say hi to him.
Do it. Tell him Richter says hi, and he'll be like, "Who?" And you're like, "That's
Yeah,
right."
exactly. He won't know. All right.
Punch him in the face and say sadgamer.com says that's for fucking forever.
Wow. So, did anybody have anything else?
I enjoyed some of the stuff at E3 that they had there. Like, obviously, I'll mention quickly, I can't pronounce its name, I'm just going to have to try and read it. Dakarine, the VR game.
Rick, I think that's your area.
It looked cool. It's French, not Japanese.
Oh, it's French. It sounds Japanese.
That's
I see.
racist.
I see it here now. I think it's Deracine, if I had to pronounce that.
Yeah, it looks cool. And I'm like, that looks really cool. Another big bonus that PlayStation got for me at E3, unless it was on a personal level, even though I already owned it years ago, was they announced Black Ops 3. Boom, it's coming on. It's free for you on Plus. I'm like, what? When I went back on there, I'm still waiting in the closet to be joined by Richter and Pew to finish story mode from when we did it that time. Or Richter and Crispy, one of the two. I still got my little Batman logo I made. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. Yay. And playing that again does make me really want to buy 4.
Yeah,
because they showed off part of 4 where all the maps from 3 and stuff are coming, and I'm like, oh, for like zombie mode, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fucking awesome. Part of me really wants that, and 4's instead of a campaign, it's having a battle royale mode. That'll be fucking fun because everything's getting a battle royale mode now. But it looks fun, and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 does look really fun. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, and I'm not big on Call of Duty, but I downloaded 3 and played some zombie mode with Mole, and that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. But even though it's 2 people, that's really impossible. But
not impossible. It's just really hard unless you're really good.
Fair enough.
And one of us is you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I won't, stand there defending you from a horde while you go to give your niece the front door key.
To give her the door key was to let her in.
Okay, fine, because she didn't have a key. Whatever.
And I even said at the beginning, you could let us die, and I'll just restart when we come back in. When I come back, you chose to defend me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, way to be nice, Jim.
Yep.
What did you learn?
If there's one thing Jim doesn't know, it's people abandoning people in the middle of stuff to answer phone calls, or to go eat, or to go look something up, or to go masturbate to pictures of Pew he's got glued to his attic ceiling, or something. When he looks at her loningly, like, oh, will she be with me, won't she? Their lips go to meet, their mustaches entwangle and entwine. When their lips finally meet. Entwangle.
Entwangle's a way better one.
Entwangle.
Don't they go there in Kingdom Hearts 3? We're in entwangled. No,
yes.
I will say, Kingdom Hearts 3, what the fuck's up with that dialogue? Like, some of the dialogue they showed on one of the parts where Sora's like, oh, as he's overreacting. I'm like, oh god, no, it's not anime. It's for kids anime lines. This is terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hmm.
Why did you do this? But the differences, as we mentioned last time in the last conference one, This one, I feel like the PlayStation 1 showed you a more in-depth look at a smaller variety. And with the musicians and stuff, they tried very much to make this feel like a community event as opposed to a marketing tool. While we all know it was a marketing tool, that's fine. We know this. But they tried to make it more like, like the independent guy who's doing the conference at the local market or something. They tried to do it like that. And some parts of it worked. It was a nice, friendly atmosphere. And it was cool seeing the in-depth look on some of them. Like, how much they showed the Spider-Man is awesome. Compared to like last year where they just showed him land down in a very scripted little scene and you're like, oh, okay. And then they moved on. I'm like, I want to see more. We actually got to see more. And I like that. I like this conference. Like, I like the Xbox one, probably both about the same as I mentioned last time for different reasons, if that makes sense. Like, one's for the variety there, one's for the in-depth, for the depth it's there, so they both balance out. I like both.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought it was nicer that they went in depth with them, but also I felt there was a lot less that I was interested in because they didn't show near as much.
I could see that.
I was, the Spider-Man one looked awesome and RE2 was cool, but some of the other ones was like, oh, okay, this is there, and then kept showing. I'm like, this is more than I need to see of this. I wasn't super. I didn't really like the things in the middle where it's like, oh, look, here's a little animation of a guy playing a piano, and I'm just like, I don't care. What this isn't what I wanted. You could be entertaining, but this feels like you're trying too hard to be entertaining. Of course, that counterbalances out. Here, let's have the producer of the game talk. No, Microsoft. I don't want to see that either. When we developed this game, we wanted to put players first. Shut up and just show it. I don't care.
No. The worst one for any of them is the EA conference when they brought out a guy. I think it was the EA one. It was either EA or it was Ubisoft, one of the two, where they brought out a guy to hype up a game that's incapable of saying the word Atlas. You kept going, Atlas, and you're like, just say the word properly. You've got one job to hype it up. Say it right. No. And he's like, Atlas, and I'm just like, no, because now I'm not listening to what you're saying because I'm just mocking how you're saying this word. Why would you do that? It'd be like if Microsoft brought someone on stage who kept going, Halo. We're going to look at Halo. And you're like, no, say Halo. Halo. This is The Last of Us. You're like, no, say Last of Us. This is Spider-Man. No, there's a hyphen. Yep, good old John Spider-Man.
Yep.
He's out with his wife, Mary. Mary Spider-Man and the little Spider-Mans.
Yes.
But no, I completely understand what you're on about with that, with the animation and stuff. Some stuff in between, you're just like, no.
Yeah, it seemed out of place. I thought it was an excellent presentation. I thought the atmosphere they tried to create was very, very good. At least, especially in the beginning with The Last of Us stuff, I felt that when they moved to the second building, it went a little bit off. But I thought they did put in a good amount of effort to make everybody feel like they were immersed in the experience and make that a very deep experience for the fewer amount of games that they wanted to show off. And I think that was a very effective tool. That they did a lot more of the showing of the games and kind of did that experience and had a little less talking in between. And I think that worked out very well to their advantage. One of the things I did want to shout out to I didn't get to is Trover Saves the Universe, or the world, or whatever that was, just because it's made by the Rick and Morty dude, and everything he makes is pretty entertaining as hell.
Yeah, it did look pretty cool.
So, because the other VR game that he made that I played at Pew's house was freaking hysterical. So, I'm assuming that will also be good.
It should be. Yeah, the other Rick and Morty one also has the benefit of, in my opinion, the better half of the two who make Rick and Morty.
Okay.
The guy that did Community and stuff.
Okay.
But the other guys really, I loved that with the bathtub scene. I was like, oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, overall, I think it was a very good conference. And even for the games that I didn't really know about, it was like the samurai game and the the Death Stranding. I was still very entertained by the trailers, even though not the kind of games that I usually play. And I thought it was very entertaining to watch it, to see these games, and I did get hyped for these. That I might be interested in at least, giving these a try and seeing if these are good games. So it did have a good effect to that. Of someone who's not normally into that kind of hack and slash genre, kind of, being outside of God of War.
assuming it's still over there as well, I will also give major props to Playdays, or whatever it was called.
Okay.
They've done a massive sale on the PlayStation Store
Oh yes, that is over here also.
for multiple days due to Playdays. That's how I got, as much to my chagrin, Arc Park VR, which I've mentioned to Rick is really terrible. But I was like, at the time when it came out, I'm like, I'll spend fucking 50 quid on that. At most, I will spend 20, maybe 25.
Mhm.
They reduced it down to £20, 50p. So I'm like, okay, well played. You've met my price. You've met my demands. I'm going to purchase this. But there's a few games across the whole board. I'm just putting that out there in case people missed it, or if no one looked at, to see what they were, because there's a whole variety from games like that, which are VR games. There's like massive, big AAA. There's indie games. There's a whole bunch of them mixed in. So there's something for everyone. It's just a cool sale.
Yeah.
People should check that out.
I think Last of Us Remastered was in there.
Okay, there's also some bad stuff there, but
Yeah.
there's some good stuff.
Fair enough. All right. Well, this has been a look at the Sony PlayStation conference from E3. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, you can head back on this channel and you can check out the Xbox Microsoft conference. And stay tuned tomorrow where we're going to take a look at the Nintendo Treehouse event and all the discuss the third-party conferences.
Yep. If you go to watch the Microsoft one, don't worry. In the vein of modern gaming, James Pheonix will be in the conference, but he's DLC later. Please send us $5.99 and we will add James Pheonix. Thank you.
All right, there we go.
Send us $6.99 and you get Bikini Edition James Pheonix for you Dead or Alive fans.
There you go.
Instead, no one ever. No one wants Bikini Jim.
No. All right, we'll see you next time, folks.